Hey, ninth grade AVID, welcome back. We're ready to go for week number 2. We can get rocking and rolling with some of the traditional stuff that we do with AVID. Hopefully week 1 went pretty well for you. You were able to get some questions and summary done online. I know it was new doing them online. You're used to doing them on paper, and you're like, well, I got to set these folders underneath my name, and then I got to, copy and paste this template over to each page. But you know what? Keeping it all online makes it wonderful and beautiful because one, you don't have to take pictures of anything. Two, it's all digital, and I think a lot of you type faster than you actually write with pens or pencils, and so that's easier. Plus, you can spell check it. That makes it nice, so you don't have to worry about that kind of thing. So hopefully that was good for you. Hopefully you're able to take a log of the time that you worked on for each of the classes, just to kind of measure how much each class was really kind of making you work. Was it an hour or 2 hours? And then just kind of, doing those real basic things, taking a picture of your corner office and whatnot. So we're going to build off of the log this week and do the questions and summary again this week. And then we got one new thing that we're going to go into. So let's roll into our assignments for AVID this week here. All right, move that out of the way. Okay, here we go. AVID, semester 2, week number 2. Make sure you're clicking on week number 2. Sometimes week 1 will pop up. I will change the order of this come Monday. What's new this week? Office hours are new this week. So just like in biology class, if you haven't checked out biology yet, you're going to be having office hours for all your classes with me from 2 to 3 p.m. If you have access to the online notebook, you can click here where it says click here to enter, and you'll go straight into the conference. If you don't have this access for whatever reason, copy this down. This is the address that you can put in the browser up here at the top, and that will take you to the conference. If you're not able to do either one of those, Google provides this phone number. I haven't done it through a phone, so I say good luck to you, but I've done phone conferences before, so I think it's just you put in the phone number. It's going to ask you for a PIN. There's your PIN number right there. Hit the pound sign after you're done, and it should take you into the conference. Now, I don't know what you'll be able to do there. Are you just listening, or you be able to talk? We will see. Your guess is as good as mine. All right. So that's for questions. If you have any questions regarding AVID, questions regarding bio, I can help you with that stuff. You guys know me. I can help you with other classes too. So if you got math questions or any other class questions, bring them to the office hours, and we'll talk about it and see what we can figure out together. Okay. All right, rolling into AVID this week. What do we got? Basically 3 topics. We want to reflect on our time management. So we want to see, how did it go? How were we doing last week, working at home for the first time through digital learning? Were you able to get everything done? Were you able to get everything turned in? So we'll have a reflection. You're going to create a schedule this week. Now, that's the one tricky part of this. You should do that first, okay? So you have to do the reflection to do the schedule, and then you should do the schedule as soon as you possibly can before you get started. We want to actually have you start to become a professional person where you schedule your week instead of just kind of flying by and go, oh yeah, I should work on that. And, oh, I should do that. And, oh, okay, all right. Like, no, we want you to be like, use your time, plan your time. Some of you may be super busy going all over the place with lots of things. Some of you may not be as busy. So it doesn't matter though, you should plan your time. And you'll find that it gives you a peace of mind to plan your time, because you're like, I don't have to stress and feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta do this and I gotta do that. And there's so much work to do. You're like, no, I got it all planned out. It's good. I'm stress free. And then questions and summary. And then the last thing, I forgot to add it on here, there, boop, is you are going to read 7 Habits of Highly Effective Teens. Nobody knows what no's are. Let's try notes. That's an actual real word. There we go. Habit number 3. Okay, and that's at the bottom. We'll get to that in a second. So a reflection, a schedule, questions and summary from all your classes, and then just some notes on a piece of paper. Okay, so like I say in this description, we're continuing with last week's work, especially when it comes to time management. I will put this video linked right here should you need to watch it again and again. All right, things you need to turn in. Like I said, there's a reflection. You can type it up and submit it through Jupyter as a file, or you can write it on paper and just take a picture of it. Schedule for the week. That's going to be hard to do on the computer. You're probably going to do a picture of that off of paper. Questions and summary, like we did last week, you're doing it in the folders here on the left side where your name is at. Okay, so everybody here on the left side should have set up their folders last week. That was what part of the assignment. And then you should take notes from the 7 Habits book. You can do it on paper and take a picture of it, or you can type them up. That works for me. I just want to get them turned into Jupyter. Everything goes through Jupyter. A lot of people keep sending me attachments on Jupyter Messages. No, I want you to actually go into the assignment and put it in there. It's just something you have to learn, and it makes it easier for me to keep all the things straight on whose it is and what assignment it is. It really helps out. If you don't have access to the Jupyter to take pictures or for whatever reason, then I can understand other methods. But if you have the access, you should take the time to do it the right way. If you don't know how to do it the right way, again, here's the video, folks. If you don't know how to turn this stuff to a Jupyter assignment, not as a Jupyter message, but as an assignment, there's the video that shows you how to do it. All right, let's jump into the work. Assignment number 1, you have to write a reflection. What kind of reflection am I looking at? I'm looking at a paragraph of about 5-7 sentences. But you should make sure complete sentences, grammar and spelling mistakes are at a minimum, write in detail, avoid pronouns. That's just constant in AVID. We always want to make our work the best work possible. All right, what are you writing about? Okay, so you're going to take that log that you made in week 1, and I want you to just kind of look it over. And as you're looking it over, these are the questions. On a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the best, how would you rate your productivity and your ability to get work done last week? Okay, so you give yourself a score. And then number 2, why did you give yourself that score? Explain in detail. Which time of the day were you getting more accomplished? Were you a morning person? Were you a nighttime person? Were you an afternoon person? Were you a weekend person? Everybody's different. And don't think I'm like, oh, if you say you work really well at midnight, I'm going to knock you and be like, oh, like, why are you staying up till midnight? Hey, man, some people work better at midnight. That's your thing. That's your thing. Did you find that working in large blocks of time, like sitting down for 3 hours straight and doing work, was effective? Or did you find that sitting down, working for like maybe an hour and then taking a break and then maybe another hour, then taking a break was more effective? What was working for you? What was better for you and your peace of mind? Did you space out your work a little bit every day, or did you only work for a couple days but got a lot done? Like, for instance, like you could have taken Monday through Friday off and you just work like a dog on Saturday and Sunday. You could have done that if you wanted to. I don't recommend that, but maybe you're like that, okay? Or maybe you're like, no, I did 1 class each day, and by the end of the week, I was pretty much done. Okay. Again, I'm not criticizing you. I just want to know how it went. Did you wait until the last minute and the weekend to do most of it? Okay, that's a yes or no, but again, in a complete sentence. And then here's the key. What suggestions would you make for the learning and work you will do next week? Okay, so what suggestions do you have for yourself? Like, oh man, don't try and work late at night. You just get too tired. Or, yeah, doing English, reading in the morning, that really wasn't working out for me. Or, oh man, I gotta get started much sooner. I waited till the weekend and that just didn't work out at all. Okay, so what suggestions do you have for yourself? And again, all of this together, I'm looking at like a small paragraph. That's all I'm looking for. Okay, have to do the reflection first, because you're gonna use this information from the reflection to make your schedule. So assignment number 2 is you're gonna make a schedule. How to make the schedule, and we haven't done this before, so I highly, highly, highly recommend that you watch this video on how to do it on your own on a piece of lined paper. I give you the steps of what I'm doing on the video right here, 1 through 3, 4, 5, but watching it and doing it along with the video probably makes the most sense, especially if you have not done it. You should be doing this before you work on anything else, okay? Before you start your biology, before you start English or math or PE or world geography or Spanish, okay? You should set up a schedule for your week. Try to execute things the way your schedule says. And then next week, we're gonna look back at our week and say, all right, how did it go? How did your schedule that you made work? And that, again, it's a learning process. It's growth mindset. You have to sit and say, okay, I'm going to try this. After you do it, say, how did it go? What am I going to learn from this? All right, let me set it up again. Let me try to do it again. Let me learn from this. And you just keep getting better and better and better over time. But you can't do that if you don't give it a shot in the first place. So first you reflect, then you make a schedule. Those are 2 assignments this week. All right, assignment number 3, questions and summary. Hopefully you're a pro at that. I list it, but I don't think I have to explain too much about it. Again, it's in these folders over here where your names are at. All your beautiful names here on the left-hand side. Everybody should be over there, including my biology people. All right, assignment number 4. And this is the last one. Look, easy week, man. 4 assignments, piece of cake. All right, down here, there's a little PDF file. It says 7HHET, habit number 3. I scanned these in and put them on a PDF file. I'm pretty sure most devices, even phones, can open up PDF files. So you should be able to just click on this. It'll ask you to download. On phones, it just opens it up for you. And then download it and open it. It is the entire chapter. I want you to read that chapter just like we were doing with habit 1 and 2 in class, and take notes. Just take notes on, again, what you think is important, how this habit pertains to your life, what kinds of things you should write down that you should remember for the future. This is habit number 3, put first things first. This talks about prioritizing your life. This talks about, like, okay, you got to do lots of things. You want to watch this TV show. You want to check your social media. You want to call this friend. You got homework to do. Your mom wants you to clean your room or feed the dog. You got practice. You got all this stuff going on. How do you know which stuff is the stuff you should do first? How do you know which stuff is more important than other stuff? And so this chapter is really going to help you kind of like start to sift through those things. I'll give you an example. When I talk to you a lot in class, a lot of the folks in our AVID class, especially the 9th graders, do this a lot. I go, oh, do you want to go to college? Oh, yeah. Is it your number 1 goal? Absolutely. Number 1 goal. Okay. And then I'll go, why didn't you turn an assignment in? Oh, I was playing video games. If going to college is your number 1 goal, then how did you let video games get in the way of your number 1 goal? That doesn't make any sense. Then you got to say, you know what, maybe college isn't my number 1 goal, or maybe I need to start really getting my priorities straight. Because I hear people say this stuff all the time. It's easy to say it. Oh man, people talk. Oh, I'm going to be this. I'm going to be rich. I'm going to be this. Man, you can talk all you want. It's the people who actually get it done that actually make their life happen. And this chapter is to show you how to prioritize, how to get certain things done. There may be nights where you don't get to play video games. I'm sorry to tell you that it does happen. Or there may be times when you have to eat while you are doing homework. It does happen. Talk to the IBers, talk to the AP students. They're not in a fun world right now. They're probably studying their butt off for this AP test that's coming up. Okay, they're like, damn, I have to eat while I'm studying. I have to squeeze in time to take a shower. I don't get to take no 40-minute bath or anything like that. Okay, prioritize. It's important. Okay, take some time, read it, take some notes on it, and take a picture of those notes and turn them in. And that's your 4 assignments for the week. Go back up. Reflection, schedule, questions and summary, and notes off of the reading. Piece of cake. Okay. Again, if you have any questions about this or anything in biology or any other class, come on to my office hours between 2 and 3 o'clock. Should be every day, Monday through Friday, and we will do our best to help you out and get it done. That's it for AVID this week. Hopefully week 2 will flow much better than week 1. Week 1 could be a little chaotic because you're trying to get your computer set up and get your internet and get your space set up and work out schedules with moms and little brothers and sisters and all that stuff. I get it. But now hopefully you're kind of in a little bit of a rhythm this week and you're rocking and rolling. Text me, Jupiter message me, or come to the office hours if you need any help. And we're here to help you out. All right, everybody. Have a good one.